Hi, Scott McConnell once again for Distance CME. Welcome to another EMS Horror Story Tuesday. Not really a horror story today, more of a kind of disgusting one. This is actually one of my stories, so I thought I'd share one of my experiences in my many years in EMS. And so to kind of set the stage, I'm an EMT. This is well back in the early 90s. I'm an EMT working for a private ambulance company. And this ambulance company has a contract with a local social work service that handles mostly psychiatric patients. So we're called to the house in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And when we arrive at the house, we're met by the daughter at the door. Now, the daughter proceeds to tell us that her mom, with some significant mental health issues, is visiting from North Carolina. And about 3 weeks ago, the mom had been here for a couple of days and had gotten into an argument with her daughter. The mom then proceeded to go to her bedroom, lie down in bed, and then refuse for the last 2 weeks to get up. And by get up, I mean all ADLs, activities of daily living are just not being done. So what I mean by that is this woman is laying in bed, defecating and urinating on herself for the last 2 weeks. So now, of course, the daughter is concerned about her mother's health. Myself and my partner, and a reeve stretcher and a couple of sheets and a couple of blankets, go upstairs and we're wearing N95 masks. I knock on the door, the mom answers, I go in. The smell is overwhelming. My partner throws up in his mask, and at this point I manage to get my mask off and throw up onto the floor. I really wish I would have thrown up in my mask, because it probably would have smelled better than the smell in the room. But we did an assessment, and other than some dehydration, the patient was awake, alert, and oriented, and just still really mad about whatever her and her daughter were arguing with. So to set the rest of this stage, took the reeves, laid it out, laid some blankets on top of the reeves, and myself and my partner proceeded to pick this young lady up out of bed and then put her onto the reeves, which was sitting on the floor right next to the bed. Have you ever sat on one of those couches that are covered in plastic, and when you get up on a hot summer day, it kind of makes that sound? When we picked this young lady up out of bed, she had been laying in the same position for so long, there was actually an imprint of her body in the bed. When we picked her up, it made that kind of sucking sound. There was a 2-inch trough of fecal matter, maggots, flies, cockroaches, all in that person-shaped size spot on the bed. We put her on the reeves, wrapped her up in blankets, took her downstairs, and managed to get her to the hospital, where once we got to the hospital, they refused to let us into the emergency room until we deconned her outside. Accomplished that, took her into the room, managed to get her the care that she needed, both physical at this point and psychological at that point. But I'll tell you, in my 20 plus years of being in EMS, I can honestly say that is probably one of the worst calls I have ever been on in my entire life. So, thought I'd share one of my EMS horror stories with you. And hey, if you have any great stories you'd like to share with thousands of pre-hospital providers across the country, why don't you drop me a line, info@distancecme.com. Don't forget, guys, take the classroom with you. Stop wasting your time, your money, sitting in a classroom, taking those courses that you absolutely need to keep your credentials. Why not come to us? Online, live. National registry accepted 100% because we are CSPEAMS accredited. Continuing education courses here at Distance CME. Take the classroom with you, guys. And Scott McConnell saying, hey, thanks for hanging out with me for Tuesday EMS Horror Stories. Thank you.